Hello, friend, and very warm and cordial welcome to this very special training seminar that we have today, specifically for our VZ Nova family. Very important that we understand that there are, according to our VZ Nova Department of University, VZ Nova University, and the VZ Market University, 7 specific ways that if we put these together, we're going to find great success in the career that we have chosen with sales with VZ Nova. Very, very important we understand 7 steps for a successful sales career within our growing VZ Nova family. Yours truly, Zapata. What a great honor it is for me to share this with you. So please get a paper, pen, jot some of these down. Very, very important points, hopefully that you will remember. Number 1, got to have a great list of contacts. Number 2, you need to have a great invitation. Number 3, you need to know a good presentation, how to give it. Number 4, follow up, follow up, follow up. Number 5, acknowledgement. Number 6, have a great plan of action. And of course, number 7, repeat steps 1 through 6. Start all over again, back to basics. Everything that we're going to share with you right now is based on you having very clearly defined set of goals. Without goals, we are aimless. Without goals, we don't define what victory looks like. We don't define what the goal looks like. We have to have clear goals that always give us the fire that we need for the why. Why do we do what we do? Again, goals are measurable. Goals are not just dreams. They have deadlines. Goals can be quantified. Goals can be reached. And a lot of things start actually in your life when you write down your goals. So all these 7 are predicated and based upon you having a very clear set of goals that are written down. Written down goals. That separates the 98% from the 2% achievers. In fact, studies have been done that between 2 to 3% of people who actually wrote down their goals achieved them. Well, on average, 98 to 97% of people just go out in life aimlessly without having written a set of goals. So you can just put yourself straight up in the 2-3% of the top of the list by simply writing down your goals. What do you want? What are you going to focus on? How are you going to achieve the goals, desires that you have? So based on having a strong set of goals, point number 1, how is your contact list? What is a contact list? A contact list in the VZ Nova sales career that you've chosen is your source of working capital. It's basically your inventory. If you have a restaurant, your inventory is going to be food. If you have manufacturing of shoes, it's going to be shoes and the parts that go together to put the shoes together. With VZ Nova, your contact list is your working source of capital, is your inventory. When you sit down and write, it needs to be written down. Where do you get people to create a warm list, a warm market, or a cold market? I'll give you some pointers in a moment. But you want to not prejudge anyone. Most people will find their warm lead or warm market contact list just in their cell phone. People have hundreds, sometimes even thousands of contacts within the cell phone. I encourage you to start there. Everyone that's in your cell phone. We also have social media such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Take advantage specifically of that LinkedIn, people that you've worked with in LinkedIn. Facebook, gearing it a little bit more towards sales and professionalism. But everyone that you have as a friend, maybe they're an acquaintance or a friend, you need to write them down. Write their first name if you can, or just first name and last name. And don't prejudge people. Not yet. You will have to eventually, but don't prejudge them. Just anyone that you have, write them down, jot it down, jot it down, jot it down. The time frame to build a steady contact list should not be more than 48 hours. Again, a lot of people, I found out, they want to work for this for days and on and weeks on and months on. It does not work. You can aim all you want, but if you're not shooting, you're not going to hit anything. So you need to make sure 24 to 48 hours, focus, concentrate on working on your list of contacts. That contact list is worth its weight in gold. You want to put it perhaps in a spreadsheet if you're used to typing, or in an orderly format if you're used to writing things down, but you need to have some goals for each one of those contacts. And it's very important that you now begin to sift through those contacts. So the first step is jot down as many names as possible. Everyone on your cell phone, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn accounts. Get them in there. Write up that contact list. Very, very important. And now you get to sift through that contact list. Now, you want to sift through using 3 specific criteria. Sometimes proximity is helpful. So you want to talk to people that are closest to you. It can be closest to you geographically as well as closest to you in terms of relationship. People that you have a close relationship with, you want to obviously use that proximity filter. Another filter, influence. Who are people in that contact list that you have that are people that are extremely influential? You want to use that filter as well, influential people. And number 3, people who are actually motivated. People who are motivated in life. They desire to achieve things. They have goals, dreams, ambitions, motivations. And it doesn't matter where they are in life. You want to use these 3 filters as you're positioning people to see who you're going to call first. Very, very important. Now, once you have this list of people, I want you to take a numerical value, let's say from 1 to 3, and put a 3 next to that name of that person if they are better than you are. Perhaps they are better and more influential, perhaps they're better in business, perhaps they're better in X, Y, or Z. If you feel that they're better than you are, put a 3 next to that name. If you feel they're kind of like around where you are, put a 2 next to that name. If you feel that maybe you've done things a little better, or you feel a little bit better in certain aspects or decisions or so forth, put a 1 next to that person. Doesn't mean that they're less than you are or better than you are. It just means that in terms of how you're going to contact them first, who they are, you want to put that order of value system. So those that are consistently 3s and so forth, you're going to add up all those names. Those people that are better than you need to contact them because somebody else will. Now this is something very important that we understand. Many times we as human beings give ourselves a 7. We're modest. Perhaps we also have a little bit of ego. We're not going to say we're a 2 or a 3. We're not going to say we're a 9 or a 10. We're somewhere between there, like 5. We're not half either, maybe 6 or 7. Let's say you put yourself as a 7. The tendency that people have as they're creating their contact list is to want to call people that are 5 and 6 and bring them on board into their team. While they are, for reasons perhaps of inferiority or just not feeling up to it, they're not going to call the 8, 9s, and 10s. So the problem is that when you bring 5 and 6s into your organization and they come on board, they're going to feel the same way, and they're going to start bringing in 2s, 3s, and 4s. And when you least expect it, you'll have an organization filled with maybe a lot of complainers. When all the perhaps higher end people with greater influence, proximity, and so forth are not touched, and somebody else comes by and snatches them away from your organization. Knowing that had you invited them first, things would have been different. So again, I'm saying exhaust the whole list. Make the list comprehensive. Do not prejudge people at the beginning. Just put them all in. However, after they're all in, add those numerical values and begin to contact those people that you know are in those 8, 9, 10 numbers, and you're going to find your organization at the beginning is going to grow exponentially. Also, once you're done with that warm market, that's you're creating the warm market list. How do you get contacts with a cold market list? You can use your local library and use going to your library, get a library card, and access Reference USA database. Most libraries have a Reference USA database if you happen to be in the States. And as you are referencing the USA database, you'll be able to target any market that you want and in any geography that you want. Any volume business, number of employees per company, just filter what you want if you want to do a cold market. For example, if you are wanting to target shopping centers, strip centers, where you have our product, for example, you want to use Look, or you want to use VZ1, and you want to target business owners along the zip code where you live, for example. You can go to really quickly to Reference USA, type in your zip code, and every business less than 100 people, or you put whatever criteria you want, will appear in alphabetical order. You can pick that out, print it out, call them. You have a cold market contact list done in a matter of minutes. Going to your local library and there giving with your library card, going into Reference USA, and that'll help you and save a lot of time. Also, if you happen to be in the U.S. but in other places around the world, most countries have the yellow pages. Take advantage of the yellow pages. Look at businesses that are people that you want to contact, perhaps experiences that you've had before in the past. Perhaps you were a welder in the past, or you sold homes, real estate, or a banker. Call everyone in that industry and begin to build your cold market contact list that way. Very, very important. Now, once you have the list done, now comes the moment to begin to call them. So now we leave from the first, very important first point. After goals, you need to have a strong, written down contact list for your warm market or for your cold market. Now we go to how to do the invitation. Very, very important, as now the moment comes where you can actually pick up the phone or go and drive by. And very important that we understand that we need to awaken curiosity. We need to establish rapport with people. We need to call them partners. Not that you're going to work for me, you're going to build my organization. That's a kind of very selfish type of way of looking at things. We need to get out of ourselves and know that this opportunity that we have in our hands in VZ Nova is going to change people's lives for the better. And therefore, we need to contact them and have a modulation of voice with a sense of urgency. I like to personally, before I do any type of phone calls, I like to do some push-ups, some sit-ups, even before I get to start videotaping here in the studios in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. I like to always step a little hard, clap my hands a little hard, do some push-ups before I get started, get the good heart flowing, because as your heart is racing, you transmit energy, you transmit emotion, and that's what a sale is. A sale is a transference of emotion. And so we want to make sure that people are awoken in their curiosity. Perhaps they've been slow all day. They're in first gear, second gear. But right now you're in fifth gear moving forward. They want to know, hey, what's up? What's going on? Why are you so excited? Very, very important that we are approaching people with a great emotive voice. We're calling them partners. We're looking for partners, not people to work for me. So let's talk about the invitation. Do not confuse the invitation with the presentation. That's our next point. The invitation is basically picking up the phone and with the phone only establishing a date, a time, a place to meet. That's it. The problem that many people have at the beginning, when they're all enthusiastic about this opportunity, they will pick up the phone and begin to start telling people, well, did you know about VZNova, VZNova.com, VZ Market? We only have one product. It's a shopping mall. And this shopping mall, let me tell you, we're going to have so many products inside. We have products that you can download, products that are physical. We have telephones. We have peripheral electronics. We have the opportunity of growing more product lines in health and beauty and coffee and blah, 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 blah. And you need to be right now, VZNova. Here, sign up right now. What are people going to do? They're going to say, hey, wait, TMI, too much information. You regurgitated just information. I can't handle this right now. We can't do the presentation over the phone. The phone is only used to set up the appointment. Only the date, the time, the when. Very, very important. So, for example, somebody's going to, I'm going to call somebody right now. I'm going to pick up the phone and say, hello, Mary, how are you doing? Mary's going to say, fine, Harold, how are you doing? Again, warm market. I say, great, hey, Mary, really quick, I know you're busy. Do you have a minute of your time? I'm saying, do you have a minute of your time? Because I want to respect that person. Do you have a minute? Of course. You'll say, yes. Oh, she'll say, not right now. Harold, I'm in the middle of changing my baby's diapers. Can you call me back in 5 minutes? Great, call you back in 5. Or, sure, Harold, what's up? Great. Listen. Now, very important you understand. I'm not going to mention the company. I'm not going to mention anything from this point on. I'm only going to secure a quick appointment. So I'm going to say, hey, Mary, listen. As you know, Bob and I, or my wife and I, my son and I, my daughter and I, we have been working hard toward college education, having children, a new car, buying the house, whatever it is the violin you're going to take out. And would you believe that the greatest opportunity just landed in our lap? And Mary, I want to see if you can do me a favor. So what happened is we took out the violin, we told her about our circumstance. She knows that we're trying to have children, we have our kids in college, we're trying to buy a car for our 16-year-old daughter, we're trying to qualify for the house. She already knows this. We're in the warm market. And as you know, Mary, this is happening in our life, but this great opportunity just landed here in our lap. And I want to know, Mary, if you can do me a favor. Now, most people will do you a favor. And it's kind of hard for somebody in your warm market to say, you know what, I'm not going to do you a favor. So more than likely, almost 99.9% of the time, Mary's going to say, of course, I'll do you a favor. What is it? Mary, can you watch a video if I send it to you over YouTube? She can watch a video. Or you can say, if you don't have a video to send, you can say, Mary, can we meet together for a few moments? Most people will appreciate the video. And here in VZ Nova, as you know, we have videos for every single product, videos for training, videos for everything. So I think that most of the time we're going to ask for a favor. What is a favor? We're going to say, Mary, can you watch a video for me? I'm sending that to you right now. Mary's going to say, of course I can. Great, what is the opportunity about? You're not going to say VZ Nova and the shopping mall online, nothing. You're just going to say, look, it's 99% visual, and it has to be seen on video. I just want to ask you one thing, Mary. If after you're done, because your opinion is so important for me, can I give you a call? Very important that we understand we're uplifting Mary. We're uplifting the person. So again, we want to start with saying, do you have a minute? We want to honor their time. We want to take out the violin and let them know, because you know we're going through this right now in our lives. An opportunity came, landed in our lap, and I want to see if you can do me a favor. What is that favor? Can you watch a video? Sure, I can watch a video. Great. Because I value your opinion. Your opinion is so valuable for me. Can I give you a call at the end, maybe like around 9 o'clock tonight? You think you would have watched it by then? Yes, I'll have it done by 9. Great, I'll call you at 9 sharp. Look forward to seeing you then, or talking to you then. Great, that's it. I didn't mention VZ Nova product, VZ Market, VZ the robot. I didn't mention the great products and services. No, all I did is very simply put, just picked up the phone to set an appointment. Using a video and always asking for a favor 2 times and appreciating them for their honest evaluation of that video. Very, very important. Again, now when we are going to set up an appointment to visit with them physically, you want to give them options. Will today at 5 be better, or tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon? Give them those options. They'll be able to select that. Keep your answers short. What is it about? Is 99% visual. I really can't share this over the phone. It's all in the video. Look forward to calling you at 9, or look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 2. Keep your answers short. The longer you give the answers, the more questions they're going to have. And just know this, your income is going to be in direct proportion to how many people you contact on a daily basis using the contact list that you have and the phone to actually give them a call. When you speak to people, you want to have an interchange of experiences. If the people you're talking to are already in network marketing, when you talk to them, you want to uplift your upline. You want to uplift your upline in a very special way, because they're going to want to know, who is that person who's making the X amount of money? Who is that person who has all this knowledge, and how we can be part of their team? So very important. That person will also know, using a 3-way phone call, a phone conference, they're going to know that when they call them, they're going to uplift you. So very important that we also uplift always our upline. The upline would have been trained already when we get in that 3-way phone conference to uplift you as one of the great leaders also up and coming in the organization. So again, we talked about the contact list, talked about how to set up appointments. Again, very enthusiastic. Go for it. Now, the moment has come that you actually went to that house, you went to the presentation, you went to the hotel, you went to the Starbucks, or they came over to your home business opportunity presentation. What happens now? Very, very important. We want to keep the presentations as short and sweet as possible. Why do we say this? Because we want to be using the tools. We don't want to be the tool. We want to be using the company's resources. So for example, if I'm going to have people coming over to my home, or I'm going to go to Starbucks and give them presentation, yes, I'm going to dress for success. I'm always going to dress a little bit better than the average audience at that time. Not too much, not too low, but just a little bit above. If I'm in Hawaii, it's going to be different than if I am in Los Angeles. It's going to be different if I'm in Bolivia. But I'm always going to be conscious of the audience and the people that I'm going to be talking to. However, what I am going to do is I am going to share with them a presentation that is going to be brought down to a no more than 40 minutes, 45 minutes max. The shorter I can keep it, the sweeter it can be. The intonation of your voice in the presentation is very, very important. The establishing of rapport is very, very important. If people are coming to you talking fast, you're going to talk to them fast also. If they are on a one-on-one basis talking to you slow, you want to answer slow as well. If they have facial expressions, you want to mirror their facial expressions. If they're using certain words, you want to use those words right back to them. If they're giving you a strong handshake, you want to make sure you give them a strong handshake back. Again, the rapport that is done, it's done in such a way that it's done in a subconscious, subliminal way, and you want to bring yourself in tune with them in that neurological way first, and then if this is, of course, cold market, even the warm market, and then mirror them back to you so that they can be open to receive the presentation that you're going to give right now. You need to know the topics. You need to know the presentations. We have several webinars already on how to give the presentation, the Visa Nova PDF or the Visa Nova PowerPoint presentation. Each slide has specific keywords that we have. We want you to study it. We want you to know it. We want you to share it with people, because the more comfortable you are with the PDF PowerPoint presentation of Visa Nova Opportunity Business Presentation, the better it's going to be in that you transmit that energy with people, always being enthusiastic, knowing that this is going to change people's lives for the better for years and years to come. Always know that all you got to speak is the truth. You don't have to exaggerate one bit. Just say the truth and speak the words just as they're there, and use the tools of the company. We have several videos that can help you explain promo code, that can help you explain the VZ market, and help you explain many of the main items that we have showcased for that month in our VZ market online shopping mall. So we want to make sure that you are not the tool. You dress well, you speak well, you know how the presentation goes, but it's a lot more effective if you simply press play and let the people watch the video or the videos, because it makes it so that other people can do it. You see, if you're Slick Willie, talking well, giving good presentations, and you're doing everything, it's hard for them to do what you're doing. Not everyone can maybe do that, but anyone can press play and ask a few questions according to each slide, and ask the final questions to bring them on board. Anyone can say, excuse me, I may not know that answer, but I know someone who will. Anyone could have called their upline and said, look, I'm going to be with Mary from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Will you be available for a three-way conference? Of course I will. And at 2:30, you give your upline a call. Hey, Mary, this is Joseph. Joseph, this is Mary. I'm going to get out of the way here. Hey, please talk to them. And Joseph, my upline, is going to know very, very well how to edify me after I have edified Joseph. He's a great person, is the top leader in our company, is doing this, that, here, and the other. He can answer many of these questions you have. And Joseph is going to uplift me as up and coming. And he's going to invite Mary to be part of this team. And as we work together as a team, we're going to win together as a team. So very important that we understand this process of doing presentations. It's not all on you. Use your upline. In the presentation, use that three-way phone conference. In that presentation, be as quiet as you can and let the tools do the talking. And just know what questions to ask, when to ask them. We have complete training tutorials on how to give presentations. Just know how to do it, and things are going to be great. Say the truth, speak the truth. Don't exaggerate. You don't need to. This is a great business. Remind people that we have a great corporation, a lot of engineers, software engineers, a great company, and great companies are built because great people like yourselves are being part of it. Very, very important. So we've talked about the contact list. We talked about how to make good appointments, how to set those appointments up, how to give presentations, the main points on that. Now let's talk about the fourth point, follow up. Follow up is everything. Many times we set up the appointment, we actually even went, and that's it. We think that just once is enough. Not a lot of people close always the first time. I know when I buy a car or a house, I'll tell a salesperson, life insurance, you will not close me the first time. I'm also a salesperson. I know sales. I've done sales all my life. You're not going to close me. Well, many people are like that. But you will close me the second time. You will close me for sure the third time. The tiger strikes 7 times. You have to be persistent. And persistency and consistency, that's what's going to win the game. Persistency will always beat resistance. Let me say that again. Consistency and being persistent will always trump being resistant. So again, go at it, go at it, go at it. And we always want to give more than what we promise. I never want to overpromise and underdeliver. You always want to overdeliver and underpromise. Very, very important that the client is the main focus. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is to make sure that a sale is conducted and the client is happy, and a happy client is going to refer other people, and your business is going to grow this way. So again, how do we connect with people? How do we do this follow-up? The follow-up is always done in a story setting. The people that tell the best stories are the ones who are going to last the longest in this business and in this industry. Very, very important. Many times you reach people's hearts with the story a lot more than you could with the head, with information and so forth. But get to know your audience. Mirror them. They will tell you what they want. But in follow-through, it's not just the sale. They're just not here. You want to now have a whole, with your upline, a whole program for them to follow. So again, follow me. You're the leader. You brought them in on board. Now you have a relationship with them, and you are responsible not for them, but you're responsible to them. And that's where follow-up comes in. Responsible to them in giving them the best advice, counsel, 3-way conference calls, training and support. But you're not responsible for them. People need to take action on their own and move forward and grow their business organizations with these models, trainings, and the great trainings that we have in VZ Nova University and VZ Marketing University. There's no reason why they can't do that starting from day one. Very, very important. Now, number 5, acknowledge people. A good pat on the back. Good at you. Welcome on board. Get them plugged immediately to your upline. Get them going immediately, putting money in their pocket, helping them close that first deal, having them see that Friday check or that Friday payment coming into their credit card. Very important that people start seeing the taste of money with VZ Nova immediately. That's why we pay so quickly. We pay so quickly because we want people, as soon as they bring someone on board and those products are sold, they have that money in their pocket and they can see that VZ Nova pays, and we have a great payment program. If you haven't seen the compensation video yet, take a look at that. It's going to blow your socks off. Okay, so we acknowledge people. Why do we acknowledge people? Because we acknowledge that we are partnering together with their dreams. Why did they join your team? Why did they join our growing family? They made a conscious choice to purchase a shopping mall, online shopping mall, to sell products online and physical products to be delivered to people all around the world for the specific reason of growing perhaps their family. They have dreams, goals, ambitions, desires. We need to partner with them, and we need to delineate very clearly what a win looks like for them. Everyone needs to have their why. And we need to know their why. What's their big picture? We need to celebrate their accomplishments. So that's what happens when that phone call comes in at your leadership meeting. And you had a webinar just for your leaders, and afterward you call one of those leaders up, hey, today's your birthday. Hey, congratulations on getting married. Hey, your daughter graduated school. These accomplishments in life is the reason why they're doing VZ Nova in the first place. Get to know them. And it's going to greatly increase your group's organization exponentially when they know that up in the top, up there in my upline, I have somebody who cares. Because really, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Very, very important. Number 6, very important, number 6, pay close attention. You need to have an action plan. So they've come on board. Congratulations. Now what? Together with your upline, work with them in creating for them an action plan. You need to create systems, calendars, agendas for work. You need to create conference calls, daily webinars, things of that nature. So the moment that the meeting is done, whether personal, brought them to a hotel setting, you finished the webinar, you are always now announcing the next meeting and the next meeting. And that's called the art of the promotion. And you're announcing who's going to be the invited guest and what's going to happen next. You want to incorporate people as fast as you can into the company culture, into the culture that you are creating as a leader in VZ Nova. Very, very important. So we want to promote the company. We always want to speak well of other distributors, whether it be upline, downline, whether it be cross as well. Now, we do not do cross line in VZ Nova, but we do cross help. And I'm very, very proud of our great distributors that we have here. They respect each person's organization, each person's line. But, you know, karma or dharma can be good to you if you treat it well. You never want to do things that you know you don't want people to do to yourself. So very important, you can help other people grow, even if it's a different organization and you see good things happening coming your way. So again, we need to promote the company also in Facebook and Twitter. The moment we finished a great seminar, one-on-one, hotel meeting, take pictures or go to your Facebook or go to the company's Facebook as well and begin to promote in a very special way, reminding people that this is a great company to be with, has some great visions for the future, great compensation plan, and we just finished a great webinar. You should have heard it, but here's the link for it. Or we just finished a great meeting at this hotel. Hope to see you next Monday night, as we're going to have it next week as well. Very, very important. So, after you have your great goals already written down, you have your strong why. Now that you have your contact list, and you've contacted the contact list, and you have set up the appointments and done the presentations effectively, and now they've come on board and you've done the follow-through and the follow-up, you've acknowledged them, and you've solidified that relationship with them, and you've given them a plan of action. Repeat steps 1 through 6. There's a song, a love song, repeat steps 1 through 3. Boys to men. Here's repeat steps 1 through 6. Start all over again. Come back to basics. Do it all over again. Stay green. Commercial says, stay thirsty, my friends. Why? You want to stay green. Why do you want to stay green? The moment you think you're all that, you stop being humble. The moment you stop being humble, you start being arrogant. The moment you start being arrogant, nobody likes you. Not even your pet, not children. Nobody around you likes you. Nobody likes arrogant people. You want to stay green all the time. You always want to stay in an attitude of learning. You always want to uplift other people. Don't think too highly of yourself better than other people. Don't think of yourself either less than people. You are someone who's very, very special. But to put all these things in practice, you must start back again in step 1. Even though the contact list has already been created, you always need to take people off and add people in. That's your inventory. You always need to hone and work well at learn how to do that invitation. Be sharp in knowing the product and how to give presentations. Follow up, follow through, says to people you have a heart. Acknowledge people, a strong pat on the back. All these things happen once you give them a good plan of action. And you go over and over in this cycle, and when you least expect it, you have a thriving, growing organization built on the sale of products to people outside of the network and the growth of your personal network. And the sky is the limit. With our great compensation plan, we look forward to seeing you at the top here at VZ Nova's University training and this specific 7 steps to great success in having a great VZ Nova business career opportunity.